Hello everybody. Thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from Uinta Brewing Company, and they're out of Salt Lake City, Utah. This is an organic beer, ale brewed with pumpkin and spices. The big deal on this beer is, to me, is it's a low ABV beer. This is only a 4% beer, so I mean, you could drink a couple of these, maybe even 4 or 5, even a whole 6-pack of them before you'd even catch a buzz. So it's a very easy drinking beer. So if you want something that's rather light on the ABV and not take a chance on looking at the end of that flashlight, maybe this would be one you could pick up and have a little more taste than what some of the macro lagers are going to have. But the info on this beer, like I said, it's a pumpkin ale coming in at 4%. The food pairings for this, it's a pumpkin beer, so pumpkin pie goes with it. That's what you'd go with it. It's a dessert type beer. I mean, these are specialty beers. Glassware, pint, mug, stein, becker, about whatever you want to pour it in. It's poured into something. And it's not recommended for extended sourings, being a 4% beer. So I don't think it has a date on it anywhere. I didn't go into great detail. I'm pretty sure it's this year's edition, so it hasn't been out all that long. Anyway, you need to have a date on it anyway. Let's get the cap off this puppy and see what we got. Fall serving, they do this in the fall. So that's about this time they did. Low ABV, so hopefully it'll have some taste to go with that low ABV. We did the pumpkin yesterday, and it was a little bit too strong for my palate. It blew my palate right out of the water. Shoo-wee! It was almost, I almost gave it a B. I mean, it was, and it's supposed to be the top-notch beer, the top of the line, but it was just too much for me, too buttery, too bitter. This beer is a fairly amber, got a nice orangey color to it. Didn't pour a monster head. I didn't pour it that aggressive. I didn't want it to have a monster head. Let's get a nose on this one. It's got quite a few small bubbles streaming up. Not overly carbonated, doesn't look like. I get the normal pumpkin stuff here. It doesn't have that overpowering smell of being a 4% beer too. So we went from one extreme to the other. This is a very light beer. I get cinnamon, cloves, allspice, a little nutmeg. It smells very delicious. Hopefully it will be. Cheers everybody. Oh yeah. Well, on the watery side, but most of them are. The one I had yesterday wasn't too watery. Woo! You'd about stand up without the bottle. Very, very easy drinking. Very light beer. Very tasty. I look forward to the pumpkin beers at this time of the year. So most of them I've had, but I still find some that I haven't had. I think I've got a couple more that I haven't had in this year's edition. But that's tasty beer. Not overpowering in any way. A nice, pleasant pumpkin beer. So stick around, guys. This is above average beer. It's going to get a good rating. I'm pretty sure it is. Remember, it's a light beer. If you're looking for something that's going to knock you down, this ain't it. Be right back. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. Got just a little bit left in the glass here. This is a decent beer. I mean, this is definitely above average beer. Just remember, it's a light beer. If you're trying to drink this stuff to catch a buzz, you're going to drink quite a few of these at 4% before you're going to get there. So, especially if you're used to drinking. Now, if you're not used to drinking, this may be a good entry-level beer. But this is a seasonal beer. So, with that being said, this is a light pumpkin ale. So, if you're looking for something a little on the lighter side, this is the one. It's got a decent flavor. You get a little bit of the pumpkin, not much, and you get the nutmeg and the allspice and the cinnamon and all that going on there, and it's a light beer. It's fairly sessionable, so it's a decent beer. It's a good representation of a light pumpkin ale, which is what it is. So, with that being said, I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a 6. I was gonna give it a 5 with a B minus, but it's a 4% beer. It's not saying it's gonna blow your socks off or anything. It's a good representation from Salt Lake, from the Uinta Brewing Company. Probably not how it's said, because I butcher that all the time myself. You pronounce this wrong, and you pronounce that wrong. So that's the way it goes when you got the hillbilly dictionary going on up here. So, guys, pretty tasty beer. You already give it a try if you see it, if you like the pumpkin ale. But remember, it's a light one. You could drink this with your meal and not have to worry about it, or even before meal, or even after your meal. So, pretty light beer. Rated beer has a 50 overall and a 58 in the style, and Beer Addict comes up with a C+. So, I enjoyed it a little bit more than that. It was a decent beer. So, with that being said, guys, give me some comments back on this one if you've had it, hadn't had it. If you like pumpkin beers. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, and if you like the video, hit the little thumb button on the bottom there and the thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next beer review. Come on back then. We're going to look in the fridge. Hope you can join us.